Hey folks, so we're getting ready to go on fall break, and when we come back, we're going to have quite a bit of changes with pathways and kind of shifting over to some study halls and trying to get things wrapped up with grading and everything. So basically, I shared out the spreadsheet before, and I recognize it could be a little hectic, and I've kind of added to it a little bit since I initially shared it. So I'd like to just try to explain it very briefly in this video, if possible. A couple tricky bits. So basically, if we look at this group right here, section C1, this is a single section in PowerSchool with 3 teachers, and that's the pathways section, right? Now, when we come back from fall break, this section is going to be split up into 3, it's going to be, well, it has been split up 3 ways for grading purposes. So we can see we've got Sarah's grade down here. All these, again, are only the kids that you're responsible for grading on this list right here, right? So if we go back here and we take Molly, for example, Molly has section, it's going to be in PowerSchool listed as 9A, and that is going to be in room 209, and that's where her kids are going to be. And so basically she is going to have the kids that she's grading in her study hall, but unfortunately we can't do that for everybody because we're looking at about 15, try to keep those grading caseloads small. However, the study halls need to be about 35, 36. So there's like about a 1 in 3, 1 in 2.5 chance that you'll have your own kids. And I still wanted to make it so you could keep track of them and potentially have access to them all in one spot. So how I've done that is, we'll take Mary, for example. So Mary is going to still be grading this 9A section, right? Her, and we can scroll down and look at her caseload, but those are the kids she's grading in the class in Pathways in PowerSchool. But her kids are actually going to be over in J209, and that's with Molly. And so let's just take one at random. If we were to take Mary Leger here, her kids, 9C, are actually going to be over here. This is like a key. So 9C, they're going to be with Carr and F111. So potentially, if her and Carr wanted to switch for a day, if she needed to like see her kids and be in the room with them, that'd be a pretty easy swap to do. And so again, it's not ideal, but basically just to keep those grading caseloads small, but also manage the study halls, I've sort of set this up. So you'll have, again, an opportunity to look at what group you are and where they actually are, and then where you will be. And so it's, again, a little tricky. So Mary's actually going to have a study hall in F114, and if we look over at Mary over here, you can see she's F114, and she's with the 9K kids. So if we look at 9K, that means that Rachel's kids and Myra's kids are with Mary in 114. Okay, and when we go to enter these grades, so let's go back up here. Let's look at Adcock real quick. She's got 9A/9B. You'll see some of them have splits. The splits are only the ICAP specialists because they're not actually assigned to a study hall, and it's easier for them to float between rooms. And then you'll see which, where your caseload sort of split. And that was because 36 isn't, exactly triple of 15. So when we go into PowerSchool, if we look at Sarah's, again, you just go down here, look at your tab, and those are the kids that you're responsible for grading. Don't grade them in the study hall class section listed in PowerSchool. Grade them in the pathways section. So this is where they are in study hall, but they're actually in pathways C1. So that's where you'll be entering grades. So we look here, we see we got Nate Jackson. We pop over here into PowerSchool, and we can say Nate Jackson. And so of these 43 kids, Sarah is only responsible for grading these kids here. No, it's a little crazy. Try to make the best of all things here, and hope this makes as much sense as possible. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, and thanks so much sincerely for everything you folks are doing to support this and make this work for our kids.